Ever found yourself staring at your Xero account, wondering if you're about to hit some invisible ceiling on your transactions? It's a question that nags at every business owner, especially as you start scaling up. You're meticulously tracking expenses, invoicing clients, and suddenly, this thought creeps in. Is there a limit to how much I can actually do in Xero each month? That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're tackling the often asked question. What is the monthly transaction limit for Xero? And more importantly, how can you navigate these limits, if they even exist, to keep your business humming smoothly? Now, before we jump into specifics, let's clarify what we mean by transactions. In the world of accounting software, a transaction isn't just a sale. It encompasses a whole range of activities. Think about it, you've got invoices you send to customers, bills you receive from suppliers, payments you make, payments you receive, bank reconciliations, journal entries, the list goes on. Each of these actions, big or small, counts as a transaction within Xero. So, with that definition in mind, are there monthly transaction limits in Xero? The short answer is, it's a little complicated. Xero doesn't impose a hard limit on the number of transactions you can process each month in the traditional sense. They don't cut you off after a certain number. You won't suddenly find yourself locked out of your account because you've hit some magic number. However, there are considerations related to transaction volume, primarily linked to the different Xero subscription plans. Think of it like levels in a game. Each plan offers a different capacity, and while there's no strict transaction cap, exceeding the typical usage for your plan can have implications. Let's break down the different Xero plans and how transaction volume plays into each. First, you have the early plan, often geared towards sole traders and very small businesses. This plan is designed for businesses with simpler accounting needs and a lower volume of transactions. While Xero doesn't explicitly state a transaction limit, if you're consistently processing a high volume of transactions on the early plan, you might find it becomes less efficient or that you're needing features not included in that plan. Then there's the growing plan, a popular choice for small to medium-sized businesses. This plan offers more features and is suitable for businesses experiencing growth and increased transaction volume. Again, no hard limit, but a significant and consistent spike in transactions might be an indicator that you're outgrowing the growing plan's intended usage. Finally, there's the established plan, designed for larger businesses with more complex needs and, naturally, higher transaction volumes. This plan is built to handle a substantial amount of activity. Even here, there's no fixed transaction limit, but it's understood that businesses on this plan will be processing significantly more transactions than those on the other plans. So, the key takeaway here is that Xero works with a fair use policy. They don't impose a hard limit, but they do expect you to be on a plan that aligns with your business size and transaction volume. If you consistently exceed the typical usage for your chosen plan, Xero might reach out to discuss upgrading to a more suitable plan. This isn't about penalizing you. It's about ensuring you have the resources and features you need for your business to thrive. Think of it like renting an apartment. You wouldn't try to house a large family in a small studio apartment, right? It would become cramped and inefficient. Similarly, trying to run a high-volume business on a small business plan in Xero just isn't practical in the long run. Now, what happens if Xero does contact you about your transaction volume? Don't panic. It's usually a simple conversation. They'll likely analyze your usage and recommend a plan that better fits your needs. This often comes with access to more advanced features, improved reporting, and better support. It's about scaling your tools to match your growth. Beyond the subscription plans, there are a few other things to consider regarding transaction volume. While Xero can handle a large number of transactions, very high volumes can sometimes impact performance. This is rare, but it's worth being aware of. If you're dealing with an exceptionally high volume of transactions, it's always a good idea to reach out to Xero support to discuss best practices and optimization strategies. They can offer guidance on how to streamline your workflows and ensure optimal performance. Another point to remember is the impact of integrations. Many businesses connect Xero to other apps and services, like e-commerce platforms or payment gateways. These integrations can significantly increase your transaction volume. If you're using integrations, make sure your Xero plan can handle the combined transaction load. Finally, let's talk about the why behind this approach. Why doesn't Xero just set a hard limit? Well, it's about flexibility. Every business is unique. Some businesses might have a high volume of small transactions, while others might have a lower volume of larger transactions. A hard limit wouldn't cater to this diversity. Xero's approach allows them to work with each business individually and ensure they're on the right plan for their specific needs. So, to recap, there's no magic number for monthly transactions in Xero. Instead, it's about aligning your usage with your chosen subscription plan. If you're consistently exceeding the typical usage for your plan, Xero might contact you to discuss an upgrade. This isn't a punishment. It's about providing you with the best possible tools and support for your growing business. It's all about ensuring you have the right resources to manage your finances effectively. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.